Good morning. A cool morning here at Darchen. So today we begin our trek. We're going to hike all the way from Darchen to Jirapok Monastery. So it is about 13 kilometers distance, 6 hours journey. At the moment it's 8 a.m. and we will be having our breakfast and head out on the trek doing the Kora around Mount Kailash. So as you can see, I am in this beautiful town of Darchen, situated at an altitude of 4,660 meters. It's a quite small, cozy town, and we are surrounded by high peaks. Behind those peaks, that cloud, there is a holy peak in there. And we have a beautiful, splendid view of the Himalayas. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we are all set and ready to go. And the tour operator, they provided us kindly with some water bottle. And as you can see, some oxygens as well. So 2 oxygen for each person, just in case. So we are all set and ready to go. Ainda? Let's go. Our journey around the holy Mount Kailash begins with a bus ride from the city of Darchen to the start point of Kailash Kora. And today we have bright blue sky. The clouds have faded away, revealing the mountains. In the distance we can see the holy Mount Kailash. At this moment we are at Yamadwar, and the meaning of Yamadwar means the gateway of the god of death, according to Hinduism and Buddhism. And from this location we have a splendid view of Mount Kailash, the north face of Mount Kailash. And walking past this location, the Yamadwar marks the beginning of our holy Mount Kailash Kora. Basically, Kora means circumambulation. We are circumambulating Mount Kailash in the clockwise direction. We also notice people circumambulating in anti-clockwise direction.
Siapa dele?
Oh, Tasi Dele.
Tasi dele. Tasi dele.
Oh, Tasi Dele.
Tasi dele.
Tasi Dele. Tasi Dele.
Tasi dele.
As we begin our journey, we notice local Tibetans prostrating and circumambulating holy Mount Kailash. The actual prostration is performed by dropping the body forward and stretching it full length on the floor. It's a very difficult procedure, especially at this high elevation. We are currently at an elevation of around 4,800 meters. Streams of water cascading down up the face of Mount Kailash. This is holy water.
Sorry.
As we hike up the valley, we can see rivers. These rivers will flow into holy Lake Mansarovar.
Tasi dele. 다시 될래.
As we hike up the mountain, the valley opens up, revealing bright blue sky, high mountains. The first ray of sun creates a magical, beautiful scenic landscape. It's as if we are hiking out of this world. It is truly beautiful and a surreal experience for us. It's beautiful. It's Shangri-La. Along the way, we can see a lot of rock piling and prayer flags. And here we notice a holy stone, and people place their body on the stone. And the legend goes by that placing the body on the stone will cure backache. And this stone is right beneath the west face of Mount Kailash. It's a beautiful hike. Surrounding us, high mountains and yaks grazing on the green pastures, the river flowing next to us. It's truly beautiful. So we are en route to Darchen, from Darchen to Dirupuk Monastery. And at the moment we are in this beautiful location. This is truly like heaven, like Shangri-La. You can see we are on the base of Mount Kailash, which you can see right there. That's Mount Kailash. On the west face, this is the west face of Mount Kailash. And surrounding us is this beautiful vista of yak grazing in the green pastures. We have river, pristine river flowing, and take a look at this sky. This is surreal, beautiful, truly heavenly Tibet. A little more than halfway along the journey, we noticed some tea house. And we decided to enter the tea house for a much needed lunch.
Tibetan chai.
After having our lunch, it's a short hike up the mountain towards the Dirupuk monastery. And we have a picturesque, beautiful view surrounding us. In the distance, we can see a bridge. And if we cross this bridge, we can reach the Dirupuk monastery. The guest house that we are staying in is up this hill. And we will be climbing a short distance and gaining some elevation to reach our guest house. And from this location, we have a splendid view of north face of Mount Kailash. Today's journey was a relaxing, spiritual, and a very sacred one. We are hiking at high altitude. Currently, it's almost 5,000 meters. And it's a short distance from here to reach our guest house, which is located at 4,950 meters. And from this location in the distance, we can see the Dirupuk monastery. And behind us, standing tall, is the Mount Kailash. What a splendid view. It has been a beautiful journey all the way from Darchen to reach guest house right beneath Mount Kailash. Good, this is our room. So we're sharing the room. And now it's time to head into the room. The guest house provided us with a shared room from where we have a splendid view of the beautiful landscape that surrounds us. At the guest house, the locals were more than happy to play a little football. So, playing football at this high altitude, and it's quite an experience as well. This evening, we are relaxing at the foot of Mount Kailash. It's a beautiful scenery, a beautiful landscape that surrounds us, and the setting sun created a mesmerizing view of Mount Kailash and the surrounding landscape. What a beautiful hike today was, a beautiful day, and tomorrow we'll be heading up towards the base of Mount Kailash. Good morning, day 6 of our Kailash travel, and today we'll be hiking up towards the base of Mount Kailash. We are starting our hike early this morning after having our breakfast. And because today's journey is going to take around 6 hours, it will be around 3 to 4 hours uphill hike and 2 hours downhill, and we'll be gaining some elevation as well. So at the moment we are at 5,000 meters and we will be climbing all the way to 5,670 meters to the base of Mount Kailash for an up-close view of the holy mountain from its very foot. Mount Kailash is a holy mountain and is sacred to the followers of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and the Tibetan religion of Bon, and it is forbidden to summit this holy mountain. According to the legend, the only person who ever scaled this holy mountain is the yogi Milarepa. The Tibetan name for the mountain is Gang Rinpoche. Gangs is a Tibetan word for snow peak, and Rinpoche is an honorific meaning precious one. So the combined can be translated as precious jewel of the snow. As we climb up the mountain, down below we can see the Derapuk monastery, where Yogi Milarepa meditated. Good morning. The current time is 9:50 a.m. and we are at the base of the holy Mount Kailash. And as you can see in the far distance, there is the glacier, and we'll make our way upstream towards the base of the Mount Kailash. So as you can see, we are surrounded by this beautiful landscape. We came all the way from down there. You can see the Derapuk monastery in there. Currently we are at an elevation of around 5,500 meters, I guess. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Mani Padme Om. Namaste. Holy water. It's Mount Kailash. With the warm sunshine, it's a very relaxing moment here at the base of Mount Kailash. And in the distance, we actually notice some wild animals. These seems to be Tibetan blue sheep, also known as paral. And they seem to be enjoying the warm sunshine as well, grazing on the green pastures at the base of holy Mount Kailash. Truly a spectacular and a surreal sight. And we kept asking ourselves, is this Shangri-La? Is this Shambhala? Hiking up this pristine, magical location, we can see a river which originates from the glacier of Mount Kailash. Mount Kailash can be seen standing tall above us, looking at us. For some unconditional reason, tears of emotional joy fell down our face. This is truly a holy place, a mesmerizing, a beautiful location. Truly, what a beautiful and a spiritual hike it is. From the base of the glacier, we kept on hiking uphill. The weather was permitting. It's a beautiful weather with crystal clear blue sky, Mount Kailash right in front of us, and we pushed on to climb even further, trying to touch the base of Mount Kailash. From this section onward, the trail can get a little treacherous. As we hike uphill, there are rivers and glaciers. We will be hiking up this glacier. And currently the altitude is almost 5,600 meters. So the air is thin, and so we take it slowly, enjoying and relaxing the beauty that surrounds us. As we come closer and closer to the base of Mount Kailash, we can imagine a figure on the wall, the rock face, and the blessing hand of the Almighty. And we also notice the sacred symbol of Om on the cliff face. Om, according to many religions, is a primordial sound from which the universe was created, and it is the infinite and the ultimate truth of reality.
Very close. Namaste. 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 Beautiful.
Taking a short break and relaxing moment at the foot of Mount Kailash was a spiritual journey, an enlightening journey, and we made our way back towards the Drolma monastery. Legend has it that the great Tibetan yogi Milarepa meditated in a cave near Drolma, attaining enlightenment and leaving his handprints on the rock as a testament of his spiritual trip. From Drolma monastery, we can clearly see the south face of Mount Kailash, and according to Buddhism, it resembles the face of Avalokitesvara. the embodiment of compassion. And knowing this added another layer of spiritual meaning to this pristine and sacred location of Dirapok. Today's hike up to the base of Mount Kailash and exploring the ancient monastery of Dirapok is a spiritual journey and a beautiful one. We spend the rest of the evening relaxing and meditating by the side of this holy site. Good morning. Today is day 7 of our Kailash tour, July 11, and the current time is 7:35. We have a beautiful morning. We have Mount Kailash just behind us. We are at the base of Mount Kailash at this guest house, and today we are going to take on an epic journey, epic trek, all the way to the top of Dolma La Pass at 5,600 meters, and then go towards the monastery for overnight stay, Jujulpok Monastery that is. So that's almost like 20-25 kilometers of trek. So it's going to be an exciting one. So let's get started. All right. A beautiful morning today with blue sky, and Mount Kailash can be seen golden with the first ray of the sun. Today's hike is the longest and also the toughest hike of the Kailash Kora trek. So we started early in the morning as we have to cross almost 25 kilometers. The first 10 kilometers is crossing the high pass of Dolma La. And there are several high passes along the way. In the distance, we can see the very first pass, and it's near the Dirapok Monastery. Truly a beautiful hike this morning, with first rays of the sun hitting the high mountains, and in the distance we can see the eastern face of Mount Kailash. As we climb up the elevation, we just crossed the first pass, and in the distance we can see the second high pass. The month of July is a especially beautiful season here in Tibet. It's monsoon in Nepal, but here in Tibet we can see clear blue sky with patches of cloud and a lot of greenery. And as we reach the summit of the second high pass, marveling at the view that surrounds us, we can see the trail we came up from Dirapok Monastery. Okay, good morning. So we are at this one of the high pass. We've just crossed two passes. There are three passes. We are at an elevation of around 5,450 meters now. And the Dolma La Pass is through this way. So anyway, we are surrounded by this beautiful landscape. Prayer flags all over the place, beautiful sunshine, clear blue sky. And now we're taking some rest and taking it slow. The air is quite thin. Slow. Pole.
Oh, pole.
The hike to Dolma La Pass is a beautiful one. Surrounding us is the beautiful Tibetan vista with green grasses, high mountains and snow-capped peaks. And the trail from here is a gentle uphill hike In the distance, we can see the mighty pass of Dolma, situated at an altitude of 5,670 meters. The beginning of the trail up towards the Drolma La Pass is a gentle uphill hike. But soon after, there are steep uphill hikes and several high passes that we need to cross in order to reach the summit of Drolma La Pass. With the majestic Mount Kailash in the backdrop, we continued our way up towards the sacred pass of Dolma.
다시 달래. 다시 달래.
As we hike up the mountain pass, we can see many pilgrims. Traditionally, the Kora is done in clockwise direction, but we also notice many people doing the Kora in anti-clockwise direction. Follower of Bon religion of Tibet do the holy Kora in anti-clockwise direction. And from this location, we can see pilgrims climbing up and down this holy mountain. The air is thin and it's quite exhausting. But taking a look at pilgrims prostrating on the ground and doing this holy Kora gave us energy and a huge boost in our motivation to scale this mighty Dolma La Pass, and also creates an unconditional love and emotion, blessing to all the living beings of the world.
다시 달래. 다시 달래. 다시 달래.
Such a beautiful and spiritual hike today, with friendly, charming, happy Tibetans smiling and wishing us Tasidele along the way as we scale this mysterious, magical, and holy pass of Dolma. After climbing several smaller passes, we have now reached the high pass of Dolma. In the distance is the holy pass of Drolma. situated at an altitude of 5,670 meters above sea level.
Taxi delay.
Taxi delay.
Taxi delay. Taxi delay.
The weather has been perfect today. It's a beautiful blue sky with some patches of cloud. It's a clear view of high mountains that surrounds us. And as we walk up the pass alongside the prayer flags, we notice some people offering kapsi to the pilgrims. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. So we are currently at 5,600 meters at Dolma La Pass, and welcome to the Dolma La Pass. You can see we have prayer flags surrounding all over us with a picturesque view of the high mountains. So after passing this pass, we have another 3-4 hours of hike towards the Jutulpuk monastery. So yeah, it was quite an adventure. With the majestic view of the high mountains and the beautiful Tibetan vista that surrounds us at this sacred location of Dolmala, we take a moment to offer prayer flags for good karma, well-being, happiness, and world peace. We would love to stay at this beautiful location for a little more time. But as we know, we are at high altitude, more than 5,600 meters here. The air is quite thin, less than 50% of that is available at sea level. So we made our way back towards the Jutulpuk monastery. In the distance, we can see a holy lake. This lake is known as Gauri Kunda and is a lake of compassion and bliss, situated at an altitude of 5,608 meters. The trail after crossing the Dolma La Pass is steep, but later on it becomes a gentle downhill descent.
Asidale.
Asidale.
Okay, cheers.
Yes.
You want help?
Cheers.
And after a short and a refreshing break, we continued our way downhill towards the valley down below. In the distance, we can see some tea houses. The trail from here is pretty steep, so we are taking it slow.
Okay, you did it.
Ah, yeah. Wait, थोड़ा.
Little more slippery to go.
Yeah. थोड़ा.
नछोड्ने.
Oh, कुकुर. Wee, puppy.
In the distance is the first tea house, and we'll be having our lunch here, a much needed rest after crossing the mighty Dolma La Pass. We are making our way towards a Tibetan restaurant. It's time for some Tibetan delicacy.
Tukpa, yak tukpa. Hello. Asidale.
Meat thukpa.
Okay. Let's have some yak tukpa. Okay.
Yeah, got down.
Very good. So we just had a delicious Tibetan tukpa. So now it's time to head back to the Dolma Monastery, our destination for today. So that's about 15 kilometers hike still remaining, and it's mostly downhill on a gradual slope.
Hiking down the beautiful valley with crystal clear pristine river flowing by our side, yaks grazing in the field. Wow, the trail is truly beautiful. It's so gentle and so calming. The trail continues meandering down the valley, many mountains to pass, but nevertheless, such a beautiful and a relaxing hike today, and we are feeling so blessed. So blessed, in fact, that we are spending some time with some local wildlife. These cute, chubby little creatures are known as Himalayan marmots, and they live on high alpine grasslands of Tibetan plateau.
The current time is 4:35, and we are almost at our destination. So it's a long way from the Dolma La Pass through this beautiful valley alongside the river. And now, if I'm not mistaken or wrong, just around this should be the Dolma Monastery, where we will stay overnight for today. Okay, let's go.
It's been a long hike today, crossing the mighty Dolma La Pass and long stretches of high mountain trail. We have now finally reached our destination at Chutulpok.
Okay. So the current time is 5:15, and we have now reached the Chutulpok monastery that you can see up there. And we'll be staying at this guest house overnight today. So it was quite an adventurous and very long trek, almost 9 hours, I guess. So now it's time to head into the room and just relax. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, nice. Okay, this is our room.
Nice.
And with a view of the mountain. Good morning.
Good morning.
Day 8 of Kailash tour. And today is the final day of the Kora circuit around the Kailash, the holy mount Kailash. So we're going back to Darchen. And from there we're going to take a bus back to Saga and back to Kyarung and Kathmandu. So yeah, it has been an exciting journey, and we still need to walk today. It's about just a 7 kilometers hike. So we just had our breakfast early in the morning. It's currently 7:30 in the morning. As you can see, the weather has changed a bit. It's a little cloudy at the moment, but anyhow, it's going to be a very nice, beautiful journey. So let's go ahead. All right. ल हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो नेपाली दाजु नमस्ते ओम ओके कैलाशमा आएर ओम सो आज यात्राको अन्तिम दिन getting back.
Today is the final day of the holy Kora around the Mount Kailash, and we are very excited. But as you can see, the weather has changed. It is cloudy, so we don't have the view of the high mountains. Nevertheless, hiking alongside friendly Tibetans, the pilgrims along the way, and the fact that we are nearing the end of this Kora brings a big smile on our face. It's a very happy moment.
जङ्गली याक भने त डेन्जरस हुन्छ domesticated. Jungle yak is 2 times bigger. Okay, jungle yak.
Today's hike is a third hike. It's a gentle downhill descent. There are no high passes, just downhill descent alongside the beautiful river that flows down below. And in the distance, we can see the high mountains that we have hiked all the way downhill. Towards the end of the Kora, we can see pilgrims on their final prostration, blessing to the kind souls. They have overcome a difficult task, prostrating around the holy Mount Kailash, up the Dolma La Pass, and now the Kora ends at this very location. We are truly honored and spiritually motivated to hike alongside the holy pilgrims.
Kora. Fini.
The tea house in the distance is the end point of Kora, and from here on we can take a vehicle back to Darchen. But since this is our very first time doing the Kora around Kailash, we didn't knew this fact that the Kora has ended. So we continued to march up towards the city of Darchen.
How are you feeling?
Good. Oh,
Eh?
no paparazzi.
No paparazzi.
No. Good.
Darchen is right there. But it's so far away. Hiking. It's right there. We're almost done with the Kora.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
We don't have a good visibility of the mountain today because of the clouds. But anyhow, what a splendid and spiritual journey it was. So actually, we are doing the full Kora because the Kora already completed down the valley. So we just keep on walking, and now we are at Darchen city. It's too much walking today, but anyhow, we have completed the Kora, the Kailash Kora. It was a spiritual journey, very adventurous, right? Climbing up the high mountain pass of Dolma. Wow, what a journey! Coming all the way from Kathmandu. And now we are at Darchen, all the way, ready to go back to Kathmandu.
Woo!
So, thank you for watching our video till the end. Thank you for joining our spiritual adventurous journey. This is our
Kora.
Kailash Kora. This has been a magnificent journey. Tasidale, namaste, thank you, and bye-bye. Let's dance. It is so cold, we are warming up. Good, right?
Thank you. Okay.
So you can see Mount Kailash is huge.
Our guide.
Yeah, our guide brother is right here.
Woo!
We are warming up.
Woo!